Professor Carbon, and welcome to Carbon Review number 2. It's Sunday, December 20th, 2009. The Copenhagen Conference is over. 119 world leaders appeared in one very large hall with different agendas, different viewpoints, and no basic agreement on how to save the planet. They flew away yesterday morning, leaving with little but nice words and non-binding promises. They did try. How will the world work together to forestall imminent climate change-induced disaster? In my first video, I laid out the case that mankind must monetize carbon emissions because of the sad inability of humans to act in an altruistic fashion, even to save the planet. Therefore, we must all be forced to pay to pollute. This is the only way we can get from where we are now, using our environment as a massive dumping ground, to where we need to be. Using renewable energy systems so that we will stop messing everything up. A bill to begin the process of monetizing carbon emissions in the U.S., known as Waxman-Markey, is now stuck in the Senate, having passed the House in the summer. The Senate had promised action before 2010, but it's not going to happen. Waxman-Markey creates a cap-and-trade system to reduce carbon emissions. Some analysts view Waxman-Markey as an exercise in the politically possible, while others call it cap and charade for its hundreds of pages of giveaways to entrenched business interests. In response to these objections, a cap and dividend system has been proposed by Democrat Maria Cantwell and Republican Susan Collins. It's elegant and could prove to be a bipartisan success. Instead of giving away most of the carbon emission permits for free, energy producers are forced to pay for them up front. 75% of the revenue generated would be returned directly to taxpayers in a tax-free monthly check of around $100 to pay for increased power bills. The other 25% would be used for green energy development. But however the national and international policies work out, Professor Carbon is here to talk about the good news. Last week began with the much-anticipated announcement from Toyota that they will begin selling an affordable plug-in hybrid car in 2011. California utility Edison International announced on Thursday it will invest $20 billion over the next 5 years to help bring more clean energy and renewable power efficiencies to consumers. The climate conference could have gone better, but massive change is happening not just in our planet's ecology, but in the understanding and appreciation of the problem by those of us who live here. Green energy solutions can save the planet, and we are moving toward this goal at an incredible speed. The really good news is that the U.S. pulled out the big hammer. On Monday, December 7th, the first day of the Copenhagen Climate Conference, when the EPA, the Environmental Protection Agency, officially declared that greenhouse gases pose a danger to human health and the environment. This is a game changer, because before December 7th of 2009, it literally took an act of Congress to regulate emissions. Today, all it takes is the signature of an EPA official. Now, the EPA can bypass Congress en route to regulating greenhouse gases. This could be the policy trigger that many companies have been waiting for. Carbon will have a price, and it's going to happen sooner than you think. Sonoma County, Professor Carbon's home, has begun a project called Sonoma County Energy Independence Program. They will finance the upfront costs of renewable energy systems for your house and business. It's innovative, it's practical, and it's moving outwards to many cities, counties, and states across the nation. Visit SonomaCountyEnergy.org or SolarSonomaCounty.org for more information. You can transform your energy production, make it non-polluting, make it sustainable, make it personal. Professor Carbon is here to tell you that we are on the brink of a whole new world. A world where markets are decarbonized, deglobalized, re-localized, reforested, and re-regulated. Yee-hoo! And a planet where carbon is sequestered, offset, and capped, and traded. Green energy companies are going to flourish like few stock exchange booms in history, and lots of money will be made. But that's the subject of my next carbon review. For now, here's some free advice about the general U.S. equity market derived from my 20 years on the Pacific Stock Exchange options floor. You see, before I became Professor Carbon, I was T79. That's me, the guy with the striped jacket and the hair on the right back in 1983. About 15 years later, I'm the bald guy in the front getting yelled at. I remember many a Christmas season, many, when previous market gains were held onto through light volume and a generalized desire for big bonuses felt by Wall Street. I used to say, the market's falling up again. Sometimes the new year brought an equity rout as the exit doors grew crowded. It feels just like this today. I predict the same thing is going to happen early in 2010. All the good news is priced into equities. The price-earnings ratio is at 22, the highest it's been since 2002. And the debt news couldn't be worse. Banks are choking on commercial real estate, and business foreclosures will reach records in 2010. Basically, the other shoe is about to drop. A second stimulus bill, if needed, won't pass. So, if you have regained a large portion of your losses from the last year's rout, sell. Sell. If you haven't, sell anyway, because you'll be able to buy it back cheaper 3 months from today. But one last quick and nasty downturn is all that's left. When the Dow reaches 7,500, buy with all you've got. The decade coming up is going to be a fabulous ride.